Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Driver Stories. Today we have a true icon and veteran in the cryogenic industry, Abe Stackhouse. Abe has been in the trucking industry for over 20 years, and he has the wisdom to show it. With that, let's take it away. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Great. Okay, here we are again. Another podcast, but this time we're going to talk to an icon in the industry, Abe Stackhouse, who's been in the cryogenic business for ever, like 20 years. When did you start?
More like 40 years. That's what it feels like. No, I started in 2000.
2000? Okay, so let's talk about where you got started, which was an orange box with an orange truck at Schneider. How did you, and actually let's take a step back. If I remember right, before Schneider, you were doing...
I was working offshore driving boats.
Okay. Offshore driving boats.
Mm-hmm.
When were you doing something else besides that?
No.
On the boats, what did you do?
Drive. I was a mate.
You were a mate?
Yes, ma'am.
Like a longshoreman?
Yes. And
you did that when you got out of high school?
2 years out of high school. I started at 20.
And how did you get involved in that?
My next door neighbor worked on ships and told me about Tidewater Marine. And just went there and got hired. And the guys on the boat told me how to drive the boat, and I loved it.
So you drove boat off of the shore of Louisiana?
Louisiana, Africa, Florida, anywhere. I went everywhere. I've been to Trinidad. I've been to Hong Kong. I've been Hawaii. I've been a good little place.
Wow. So like a big ship?
No, it was a seagoing tug. We took Moorings, drilling rigs everywhere and dropped them off. So set them up on location. They drill pipes or whatever.
So I'm just really curious. I find that really interesting. How do you drive a boat? I mean, is it like a steering wheel? And is it like,
It's levels, like 2 levels. Some boats got steering wheels, but these had levels.
And it was a big ship. Like, how big?
About half size of a football field. Well, take that back, about the size of a football field.
Uh-huh. And how many people were on this ship?
10.
10.
10-man crew per seagoing tug.
Yeah, so my stomach goes heebie-jeebies when I'm out there in the ocean once in a while and there's nothing around me. I mean, that doesn't seem to bother you at all.
No, because I've been around boats all my life. We always had a boat. I'm from Louisiana, so you had to have a boat. So.
Yeah.
But other than that, then...
And so you went to all these foreign countries, right? Yes. As a young kid, right?
Right, but it causes problem at home. You're always gone. And then you can just get off and say, hey, I'm flying in. It wasn't that easy. So the wife was kind of complaining, you need to find something else different, So I jumped in a truck. Still not home, though. But, hey.
So did you go to truck driving school?
No.
You just jumped in a truck and went to work for Schneider?
I learned on my own. Well, my uncle had log trucks. And when you lived here with him, you had to learn how to drive something out there. If you can drive his truck, you can drive his car. So you had to learn something. And just jumped in a truck and picked it up. And been doing it ever since. Like, I don't know, I talked to guys, say, I went to school, I got this $6,000. I got to pay this installment deal back. And I'm laughing. I'm like, I want to pay $65, to get my... But hey, it is what it is, But here I am today. I'm with a great company. I love what I do. And here we are. And I try to promote more guys to do this. I mean, it's easy money, it's clean money. So. Okay,
well, let's backtrack. Let's go back to Schneider again. Because a lot of your friends that actually are LGT came from Schneider too.
Yes. Schneider's a good place to... Schneider's a good company, but it's most best for training.
Yeah.
Once you get the training, get your wings, it's time to go. And basically, everywhere I went, Snyder was a good platform for me. Everybody loves Snyder.
Yeah, they have some really. I would agree. Their training program is almost second to none. The drivers that come out of there are good drivers. They're safe drivers, but they are used to the road. I mean, it doesn't seem to bother them as much.
It doesn't bother me. I love the road. My wife doesn't love the road.
Yeah, no, I know that she doesn't love the road,
So,
and your son doesn't love the road either.
well, he'll get over it.
Yeah.
I'm providing for him, so hey.
Yeah. So after Schneider,
I don't want him to do this. I want him to work with his hands, work with his mind. So I'm working with my hands. So, but I got a good boss though. So hey.
All right, you got to go back, okay?
Okay.
Schneider. Then you went to
CTI.
CTI. That was your first stop.
First cryo.
First cryo. And when did you go to CTI?
2004. I started with them.
Right after I left.
I think so.
It was.
You went to Genox then.
No, I was at Genox, right? Oh my God, I can't remember these years. 2000 and.
Because I think Pete was our manager at the time.
Yeah.
So.
That's right. So you started at CTI, and you learned what product first?
Nitrogen. Started with nitrogen, then I went to CO2.
So when you started with nitrogen, did they train you on how to do nitrogen?
Yes, matter of fact, one of the guys that works here now trained me, and his name's CW.
Charlie?
Charles Washington, yes.
Charles Washington. Wow.
And,
I had no idea.
He was the first guy that taught me in this business. And that's why I wanted him here. He's a good trainer. So you got trainers under your belt and you didn't even know it.
No, Charles Washington is an awesome driver. And one thing about him, though, is he loves to run nights.
Yeah. He's always been that way.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he does a great job. But he was at CTI for a long time before he came over. Okay, so then you worked at CTI for...
I think I stayed there 4 years, and then I went to Genox.
Okay. And what made you want to go to Genox?
Well, it was more or less Sharon.
Sharon, okay.
She called and she said, look, I'm going over here. I want to take you along with me. And she was good to me at CTI, and I said, okay, I'll take a change. Something new. I wanted to know. And the reason I left CTI, the equipment, it wasn't great equipment. And Genox had great equipment, so that's why I decided to go over there. Other than that, I probably would have stayed at CTI. But Kay came in and said, no, we're not going to buy new trucks. So it is what it was.
Right. So then you were at Genox for?
I think I did, 4 years over there, and then I came over here.
Sounds like you're serving a sentence.
Well, no, I would have stayed. Honestly, I would have stayed there. But Kevin, I don't do purge work. And they wound up owing Praxair all this money. All right. And Kevin came up with the idea of, I'm going to take all you guys loads and unloads and pay Praxair back. Well, why should I pay Praxair back? I don't do purge work. So I think you need to talk to the guys that does purge work. So he was like, no, that's not going to happen. I said, okay, fine. So I called this one wonderful woman at LGT, and she's like, come on over, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
And that's the reason I left them. And then they've been begging me to come back ever since. But once I've gotten here, there's no need to go anywhere. I love it here.
Well, that's awesome. So that's interesting. We haven't ever talked about purge work on a podcast before. So what is it about purge work that you don't care for? And can you tell?
Can I say that?
Yes, absolutely. What is it about purge work?
I like taking showers. That's my main pet peeve.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And you get stuck in these places and you're standing there for days and they won't let you leave unless you're going to get a load. And I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't sit in there that long.
So for people who've been in the cryogenic business, purge work is usually at a refinery.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for some folks likes it. I don't. It's not for me. I mean, it's easy money. It's great, but it's not for me. And I'll do it if nothing else is going on, or what I'm doing is bad. I'll do it. But other than that, no, it's not for me. I'll take the overall. I like seeing different things. So
yeah. So when you started with me, I think you were hauling CO2.
I was hauling LNG, and then I came over here and I started hauling, CO2 because I was going to air gas and hop with June. So I don't think she's there anymore.
She's actually, she moved over to their nitrous oxide division.
Oh, okay.
That's what
I
she's
know. I
doing.
went there one day and she wasn't there.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
and that's when I tied y'all two together. See,
yes.
Women's power, see?
Yes. You probably know JD then.
I don't remember JD. I just had the three women. I had the lady that was in Stanley, Wisconsin, that worked with Jim, and I think she's not there because her father passed.
I think you're right. Mm-hmm.
So I don't think she's there anymore. Right?
Yeah.
And then Miss Diane, I think she's still there. But other than that.
So then you went to Memphis because you're now living in Arkansas.
Now I live in Mississippi.
Did you move?
Yeah, I bought a house in Mississippi. Thanks to you. That too, to you. See, I moved up in the world.
Yeah. Well, you did. You have a very nice house, but that's not because of me. That's because you work really hard, Abe. I mean, you're just extraordinary.
But I do owe it to you because if I wasn't here, I can't think where I would be right now.
Yeah, but that's true about anything. But one thing I would say is, if you're willing to work really hard here, you can do very well. And that's one of the things that's wonderful about you is the best type of person that you can ever have working for you is the person that you don't have to worry about. And that you're that kind of guy. I mean, you get out there and it's rare that I hear from you. And when I do hear from you, I know you need something.
I don't.
It's this is a kind of business, I think, where you can really do your own thing, right? That, you don't, it's rare that you have to call somebody, unless your logs aren't working or something like that. Some people like to have that daily contact and some people not so much, right?
No, we're going to go back because back in the day, we used to talk
every day. Yeah. Oh, every week. Week. Yes.
Now we kind of lost that, but I understand because we have grown. Mm-hmm. I mean, really grown. But that's okay. I'll be on the back burner. What the hell? But it's awesome that we have grown as much as we have. So
it is awesome. But the most important thing is, I think, that we stay focused.
We are.
Yeah.
We have guys that complain about this and that, but at the end of the day, they still wear here. So we're doing something. So
yeah, I hope so. Anyways, so after Memphis, then just recently, you just called and wanted to go up to the East Coast.
Well, reason being, the bridge was messed up, and I couldn't make any money. Okay. And then as soon as I went to the East Coast, guess what?
The bridge went
opened.
out.
No, the bridge opened back up. I'm like, okay.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, it opened back up. Okay. The minute I went to Connecticut, they called me and said, the bridge is back open.
Yeah.
And my wife said the same thing. The bridge is back open. But hey, I'm doing what I need to do.
Yeah.
And I'm having fun. So, and this is it. I've been doing the same thing, looking at the same tree for the last 6-7 years, So going up there, it's a breath of fresh air. And I'm meeting some more folks. I'm recruiting. I got a couple of guys that's posted me in college now, but I don't know what happened. I haven't talked to them either. So they said they talked to Brian, though.
What do you like about the East Cost?
The pay. I'm going to be honest. But...
Well, now it's the leaves are changing.
The what?
The leaves are changing. The scenery. It's, do you notice that when you're driving?
Air gas don't let us watch the scenery. We work too hard every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you got to stay focused. But it's going to be different. I've never worked up there before. So it was different. Getting to know. I've never been to Maine in my life. So.
Did you go to Maine?
Yeah. I've been to Maine a couple of times. But I told them I can't go way up there. Because you get broke down up there, one truck, that's going to be a tow bill all the way back to Providence. Because there's no truck stops in between there to there. That's like, Tom, you're killing me. But he's a good guy.
Yeah. Do you like working for Airgas?
Yeah. They're okay. I didn't care for it when Paulo had it on this end. But on that end, they're okay.
Yeah. They had a big, after the merger, it kept moving back and forth. And I think they finally have landed and dispatch seems solid. And
yeah, but the drivers, that's the problem.
Well, that's a problem everywhere, though.
Yes.
Right? So what do you think about that? What do you,
Long as they don't have drivers, we're working. So, hey, I'm sorry. I just got to look at it that way, So, I appreciate them.
So how often do you get home?
I try to work between 30 and 40 days, then I'll go home.
And when you're home, how long are you off for?
I'll try to stay 10, between 7 and 10. So.
And then go back at it
Go
again.
back, yeah.
And how long are you going to do this?
For as long as you have me till you say, get out of that truck. So, then we're good. So, and we've tried it, so hey.
Yeah. So do you think that the cryogenic business, the drivers are pretty tight, that they all know each other? Or do you think it's just a small group?
No, we all, one talks to one, the other one, and we all interact some kind of way. Basically everybody knows what everybody's doing, basically. Because if I don't talk to you, this guy talks to you. And that guy talks to him, this guy talks to me. So we all kind of connect,
Yeah. So a long time ago, somebody once told me, once you get in the cryogenic business, you never get out of it.
Now, once you get in the truck, you never get out of it.
Yeah.
It ain't so much cryogenic. Once you get in the truck business, it's kind of hard because you're really making good money. You're not going to make this type of money with no college degree. Even college kids, they're getting out of school, there's no jobs. So what they do, they jump in the truck. The next thing you know, they're in that truck. Even with that degree, they're in that truck. I mean, look at you. Look at all the degrees you got. Look, you own what? A trucking company. So there you go. I mean, it works.
Yeah. I never thought about it that way. Yeah.
That's like a lot of guys talking about, oh, God, I got this degree, I got this engineer degree, and I'm better than you. And I was like, partner, check this out. We're in the same place. You in a truck, I'm in a truck. So I don't care how you got this way or that. We met up right here still. So, hey.
What's your favorite thing about driving a truck?
Just seeing the world. Seeing different things. I mean, I would never went to New York. I would never went up to Maine or just on my own because what's up there? Nothing. But really it is. There's fishing, something I love to do. But I've never known that. Because all I hear about up there is lobsters and all that. I don't even eat lobster, but I love crawfish. I mean, but hey, it is what it is.
It's just a bigger crawfish.
Basically, I wish they'd boil it like we go on crawfish, but hey. But it's an experience everybody should try, I mean, I promote women. I call, I talk to women that has jobs that not paying anything. Hey, get into this. It might be different from you. I mean, but some do, some don't, I love a woman in a big truck. That's awesome to me, because it came a long way, that's my thing.
So what's the worst thing about driving a truck then?
Breakdowns. Other than that, nothing. It's just a house on wheels.
Doesn't bother you that little itty bitty living space?
No, not really.
No?
Because I had a smaller space when I was working offshore until we got bigger boats, newer boats, because we had boats that was owned by Lucille Ball and Sammy Davis Jr. and they were dead already. Even Bush had boats. Zapata Golf belonged to Bush, So, but as things got bigger, I mean, I'm used to being. I'm the only kid. I was used to being gone, so it doesn't bother me like somebody that's family oriented. That always need my sister or this. I'm not that way. So it works for me.
But you are married and you do have a son. How old's your son?
My son is 12, but I also have 6 stepkids. That's all. And I don't know how to say this, but I didn't want kids in the beginning, Yeah. But I married a woman that had 5, It is what it is. Everybody else say, you're a better man than me. I don't understand that. They're just kids,
Yeah.
You try your best to make sure they get an education and try to let them be self-sufficient. That's it. That's all I want them to do. Nothing else, But does that happen? Not all the time, but it is what it is again. It's life. You learn.
So what do you do when you're home?
Rest.
Rest?
I mean, there's nothing else to do. I mean...
Well, I think one time we talked about 4-wheelers and...
I have all that. My son has all that. 4-wheelers, motorcycles, everything. They got all the toys. I mean, you go play, do your thing. You and your friends, I got no problem with it. I'll take you anywhere you want to go. You want to go on vacation, that's fine. But my main thing, I want to watch that TV, watch sports all day, and that's it. Catch up. I don't need to do nothing. I done everything out there. I don't even want to drive.
Yeah.
My wife said, let's go drive to New Orleans. Who driving? That's the first question. I'm not driving. So, and she don't like to drive because she goes to sleep. So, I guess we're not going. So,
When's the last time you took a vacation?
on our anniversary last September. Not this one just passed, but the one before, because everybody's shut down.
Yes.
So no cruising. So what? 2 years ago?
Yeah.
In September, we our anniversary. Went to Puerto Rico.
So how was COVID? How was it during that time?
My wife and my daughter caught it. I never caught it. But the thing about it, the only two caught it was them two, and they're born on the same day. At the same time they got it. How could that happen? But it was cool. They had me running around like a slave around there. Here, I rang a bell. Well, it's time to eat. I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? And then you made me stay home with them. That was your fault.
I
told me
did
I had to
make
stay
you do
home
that.
14 days, and I got tested. I'm like, I ain't got nothing. But you got to stay home 14 days. You know how miserable you made me? But that's what it is.
So during that time, right, in COVID, we actually hauled regular freight.
Yeah.
Did you haul regular freight? I can't remember.
Yeah. And
did that make you remember why you did cryogenic?
I hated it, but I needed it in a sense because I never drove a van. I never drove a van. When I got my license, I got my license with a log truck. Okay.
Okay.
So it was an experience that I needed. Because if this didn't happen, I always told you what I told you. I said, when I quit this, I'm going to work for Walmart. So I needed that van experience. So
you could go to work for Walmart.
Hey, if that's the ending result, I mean, I'll be home every day. I'll be a greeter, whatever, but that's my last job. After this, that would be my last job.
So if you compare cryogenic, though, to dry van.
I'll never do dry van in my life.
Because?
I love tankers.
I love tankers.
I love it. That was the best thing Snyder could ever done for me.
They
wanted to put me in the van. They wanted me in the van. And I said, no. The day I got there, I said, no, I don't want to do that. And the reason I went to Snyder, I was going to get a job by Mac 10. They hauled jet fuel to the airport. And that's what I really wanted to do. But as soon as I got the year with Snyder and went there, they sold out to another company. Now, these guys was making like $30 an hour. They went to $8 an hour. Well, the next company, I'm never Snyder. And that's why I stayed with Snyder. Other than that, I had no intentions on staying with Snyder. I had working at the airport. That was where I wanted to be, at the airport. Just worked out.
Yeah.
So
you would have been home every night.
I ain't worried about home. That's for guys who really need to stay home. I mean, if you got a strong woman, she should be able to handle home. Don't stop me from doing what I need to do. If you stop me from what I need to do, then I think we have a problem. Because you're not going to make what you need to make at home. There's no job at home if you don't have no degree that you're going to make any money. Unless you jump in that truck. So, I mean, my wife works at a prison. And does she make money? No. She makes benefits? Yeah. So it's as far as her retirement package, it's going to be awesome. But as far as her making money back home, it's chump change. My daughter made more money than my wife. And she works at a assembly line type of deal, for making TVs. I'm like, she bring home a better check. I'm like, you need to go work where she worked, You put your life on the line,
But sometimes benefits are worth it, right? Because as an owner-operator, benefits are not there, right?
Well, that's true. We need to work on it, though. Hey, that's another conversation on pod. So that's why I don't really fuss at her about money. That's like, do your thing. And she keeps having money anyway. She don't give me nothing. I don't even know when she get paid. I just know it's a Friday. Now, what Friday? I don't know. But she know when I get paid, though. You better believe that. So.
Oh.
But life has been good since I've been in this business. I mean, it has its ups and downs, but it's more ups and downs. So I can honestly say that.
Yeah, I would agree. It definitely has its ups and downs.
But as far as equipment, it's excellent. You can't be getting good equipment every 3 years,
So this year you decided you wanted a Kenworth, not a Peterbilt. What made you want to do that? What made you want to make that change?
Because everything on that truck, when you go to, they patch it, they don't fix it. You know, I mean, just like the traction, they fixed it under warranty. So though, no, I mean, I went there at 290 something. At it was right at almost 3. They fixed it. I went to Alabama. It came right back on, and I had to work in Alabama for 2 weeks. So I went to Peterbilt over there, and they said, "Oh, we can't fix it. One is out of warranty, and we didn't do the work." So by the time I went back to this one, he wanted to charge me to do it. I said, "You're the one who did it." You know, so that's their problem. Then I'm never went to Peterbilt that did what they had to do. So it's always a patch.
But you like it better than a Freightliner, or no? Did you like the Freightliners better?
Well, Freightliner, more people can work on it. That's the good part with them. You can go to TA, they got Freightliner parts, stuff like that. They might be a freight shaker or whatever, but I've never been in a KW and never really been in a Pete. But the experience with this Pete, I want to try something different.
Well, that wasn't your first truck, though, was it?
Yeah, that was my 4th one.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like the death. I mean,
they don't seem to be getting any better either. So
and then
we'll
you
see.
can't get a Volvo because a Volvo, it's a good truck, but it's a bigger truck. And the inside is too big.
It's too heavy. And then the parts are just outrageously expensive.
You can't find a Volvo dealer. So I don't want a Volvo anyway. I'm just saying that's the next option. And when I was in Memphis, I was wishing for a Mack truck because that Memphis road is terrible.
I'll tell you what, those Mack trucks are beautiful.
Oh, shoot. Well, they sure needed one in Memphis.
Yeah. Have you seen them all chromed out?
They won't
my God.
They won't
awesome.
fix the road.
Yeah.
They've been fixing the road since I've been in Memphis. You got more potholes over there in a little bit. And all they do is put more dirt on it, wash right off. And you can't keep fixing the truck. That truck is not meant for that. You know, that truck is meant for highway. It's not meant for Memphis. But they don't see that. As long as he take the product out of there, it's all good. So.
All right.
But my number one deal is, like I said, this place here is family oriented. Everybody knows everybody. There's really no problems. So I had a son who wanted to come over here. I told him, no, you can't come over here. I got him a job, though. I got him a job over there at US Cryo. You know why? I want him to tear their stuff up first. All right? Then come over here. You're not going to call me and say, what's wrong with your son? No, I'm not having that. So you go on over there. And Wayne hired him. Never did cryo business ever. He hired him. He's running helium out of Dallas because that's where he lives.
Wow.
And he's doing good. He's been there about a month. But like I told him, and he still told me, why your boss won't hire me? I said, she's not going to hire you. I said, because you don't have no experience for one. And you're 25. I was like, and I'm not going to tell you about what happens with 25s. So, but like I told him, get your feet wet. Then you can move. And so far, he's doing okay. So,
good.
I did not want him to come over here and embarrass me.
I thought you didn't want your kids in a truck.
Well, he needs to be in a truck.
Okay.
He's the oldest, and wow. He's the one that he needs my help. Trust me. Now, everybody else, you got one problem child, that you need your help, So, and he's that one. So, but he's doing good now.
Well, that's good.
And he's called me and said, Pop, thank you. No, you don't thank me. Don't thank me. You're doing the work, not me. But like I said, I didn't want him over here. You wasn't going to be calling me. Sorry.
All right, so here's my last question for you. If you had one piece of advice to give to somebody thinking about getting into trucking, what would you tell them? What would that career path look like for somebody just starting out? Would you send them to truck driving school? Would you tell them to go to Schneider? I mean, having all that experience under your belt, what would you say?
I normally tell somebody to go to Schneider because they're the only one that's going to give you tanker experience.
Right away, off the bat.
Yeah, they give it to you.
And tanker over dry van. Why would somebody want to do one versus the other? Do you make more money in tankers?
It's not so much as, you do, but I don't like sit time because you don't get paid for sit time. I see guys over there and they're at the dock and they're just waiting to be called. Here, you got keys to everything, deliver anytime. That's why I love tankers.
Yeah.
Then it's shorter. You ain't got no 53 footer. Worried about this short turn going in New Jersey and all this here junk. So, I honestly, tanker's the best for me.
Well, we want to thank you for being here today.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. New episodes of Driver Stories will be uploaded every month. So if you like this episode, please make sure to rate and download the show. You can find the show anywhere that you get your podcasts, like Amazon, Spotify, and Apple. Also, make sure to follow us on our social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and new content is posted daily. So go like and share our content. We are also on YouTube, where we post maintenance videos, Q&As, and other content like that. So go like and subscribe to our channel. If you'd like to learn more about LGT, or even myself, you can leave us a message at www.lgttransport.com. Our next episode will air later this month, so make sure you tune in and listen, and have a great day.